This is definitely being recorded, so I can just review it at home.
Huh? Yeah, come.
Okay.
No.
So I want to take pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
Review it.
I understand. Live? No sign class, clap it up. Let's see the language class. I'm on side Bible filling in for Officer Hazaha for the night. Tonight's class, we're going to go over the numbers. One thing I personally say is, how can you call yourself a Hebrew Israelite if you cannot count to 10 in the language? I will teach you technically how to count to 100. After the night, you will have the skills necessary to count, period. I'll teach you how to count to 100. I'll teach you 1,000. Really, a million does not exist. A million does not exist. I believe 200 million angels is 200,000 times 200,000, which is how that number comes from. I could be wrong on the math on that, but come on. First, we're going to read a scripture to understand why this class is important. There's a scripture that every officer should have in their arsenal. This is important. Why? Because it explains what will happen in the last days and why we need Hebrew. And why not only we need Hebrew, but heathens will definitely need Hebrew. Give me what you got. Give me Michael 4:1 when you get a chance, Baba Show. All right. Needs an actual sword. Con.
Okay.
You got it?
Micah chapter 4, verse 1.
All right.
But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord.
The mountain of the house of the Lord. What is the mountain of the house of the Lord?
His kingdom.
His what?
His kingdoms.
His kingdom. Now look at this brother a hand because he's been in class and he studies and knows. Okay, Hebrew is a slang language. But a lot of times when you hear the Bible say this mountain will fall or the mountain of this people, it's not talking about a literal mountain. A mountain is a symbol of a government, biblically speaking. Right? So when it says mountains and hills a lot of times biblically, it's talking about governments. Governments and kingdoms will fall. Now read that from the top so we can understand this.
Micah chapter 4, verse 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Now stop. The mountain of the house of the Lord. Now what's the house of the Lord? What's a house? When you understand a house, figuratively speaking, is a people, a family. The mountain or the government of the family of God. Who are the family of God? People who have God's name on them. Who have God's name on them are called by God's names. The children of Israel. The government of the children of Israel will rule all other governments. That's literally what the Bible just said. I didn't make that up. I didn't write that. That's not my own interpretation. You can find that all throughout the Bible. Right? Keep going.
Come on. And it shall be exalted above the hills.
It shall be exalted above the hills. Keep going.
And people shall follow unto it.
And people shall follow unto it. Right? Keep going.
Come on. Verse 2. And many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord.
Right? Let's go up to this mountain. Let's go up to this government, right? Now, read verse 1 again.
Come.
From the top.
Verse 1. But in the last days.
In the what?
Last days.
In the what?
Last days.
In the what?
Last days.
The last days. This is the end. In the end, the Israelites and the Israelite government will rule all other governments. Right? That's what the Bible just said. That in the last days, you will see the kingdom of God start to rule over the planet. That's in the Bible. All right? Keep going. Now, drop down to verse 2 again. And many nations.
Micah chapter 4, verse 2. And many nations shall come and say, come, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord.
They'll have to learn how to say something. Keep going.
And to the house of the God of Jacob. And he shall teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path.
And we shall what?
Walk in his path.
We are going to walk in his path, right? Now read that from the top, and I'm going to break it down.
Come. Micah chapter 4, verse 2. And many nations shall
Many
come
nations, heathens, right? Keep going.
and say, come, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord.
Let us go up to the mountain or the government of the Most High in the last days, right? Anyone who knows about the last days, that's when the famines are going to happen. That's when the wars are going to happen. That's when the earth will start to burst at the seams. And the only place of protection is in the secret places of the Most High. His hill, his mountain, his government. Right? Keep going.
Come. And to the house of the God of Jacob.
To the house of the God of Jacob. Right? Keep going.
And he will teach us of his ways.
And he will teach us of his ways. Right? He's going to teach us how to properly live in his society. This will be the most important thing that a heathen ever learns. Who wants to try to give me a hint? Who knows what this says? Let's see if anybody knows online.
Come.
You might know people. You know? Check the chat.
Come.
Yeah, come. Okay.
Let's see here. They didn't answer not just yet.
Okay, Most High and Chris. If anybody has a question, let me know. Right? All right. So what does this mean? Natanya Mayam Babakosha. Right? Or you could say also Natan Layam Mayam Babakosha. Either one fits to a point. Natanya Mayam Babakosha. You know Paratazar?
My name, please, Nathaniel. Water, please.
Say what? What is Nathan? Nathan
Sounds like he.
is the verb to give. That's where you get Nathan in English. But more than likely, Nathan, I'll look it up. I believe Nathaniel is the Most High give. The power gives, more than likely. John.
We say two the thing, so he's saying he give?
No, the guys at the end.
Yeah, come. That's what I'm.
He would be at the beginning. You're thinking Jonathan or your son, right? Sometimes Jonathan would be like he gives, but the Yah is at the end, which means the Yah is
Him?
no Yah is him at the end. Yah, and that's funny because it reverses. I just realized that, kinda. So what is Yah at the end? Right? Nathan is to give. Okay, break the rest of it down. You don't know what the Yah is, break the rest down.
Water, please.
So give. There's something that a heathen is going to have to learn in the kingdom. What's the Yah? The heathen's going to say, give him water. He's going to say what? Give
me
water.
me.
Yah is me or my at the end of a word.
That's what I was thinking about, my.
Right.
But I was just confused about because it's
Tell
give my water, please.
Okay, think of it like this. Cup can be you or your.
Yeah, come.
So you gotta understand it's like that.
Oh, come.
Us, our. It's a possessive and I forget the exact term for the preposition. Well, the preposition goes in the front.
Come.
John. It's a pronoun. Okay, Nathan to give, right? In that instance, would be like to me. Or, well, really, Nathan Laya, you'll find a lot of times, you'll often find Nathan Laya to me. So you'll have, what you'll a lot of times find written is Nathan Laya. This is give to me. To and the possessive pronoun will usually be, and the pronoun will usually be together. To and like, for instance, la, ka. You'll often find this as well. To you. Right? Give to me, give to you. Natan laya, natan laka. All right. Give y'all a second to write those down. So now, you got them? Okay. So now we got these. We got Mayam. And I haven't broken Mayam down in a while, so I'll do it. Mayam. Technically speaking, from the sea, you could say ocean. Large body of water. That's what Yam means. Understand, before, when Yam was created, there was only really the sea. And so we're aware, this is also west. Why?
Say that again.
Yam is also the Hebrew word. The Hebrew word for sea is also the Hebrew word for west. Why?
Oh, you say the Hebrew word for what? It's also for sea.
Yes, sea and west are the same word.
Yeah, they're all for water.
Why? What would make us really sit there and say west and sea are the same thing or correlate the two?
Is it because the sea was to the west?
What sea? Remember, people forget people forget because they show you a desert on television. Israel is coast. Israel is beachfront territory. Israel is the coast of the Middle East. There's a reason people have been fighting over that place for tens of thousands of years. Even before the discovery of oil. That is prime real estate for multiple reasons. During antiquity times, if you wanted to get all that good gold they talk about and all those good resources in Africa, you had to come to us. If you control Israel, you control trade from Europe into Africa and vice versa. That's just one reason to control that area. It's beautiful beachfront territory. It's right on top underneath the Fertile Crescent. Israel stretches into the Fertile Crescent. Israel technically stretches into Turkey. But they never want to tell you this. Israel is on the sea, right? Israel to the west of Israel is the sea. So because of that, sea and west became synonymous. They're the same word. So we're aware. Qadam, since I'll just put it since we're already here. Qadam is east. I'll get that in a second. I'll do the directions another next time I do class. Or someone can remind me. Kodam. I'm about to write it in ancient Hebrew. Kodam is seed. Kodam is east. Right? Kodam. Now, so from the sea, what do you get from the sea? Water. So when you get water, right? So that's Kodam, which is east, and our last word. Kwa, sha. What is that, Parakza?
I have a question.
Come.
So I'm looking at my young. Now, still the ma, is that a preposition for of or from water?
Huh?
The young?
Of, right? Ma is sea.
I can read it that way. Oh, come from the sea. That's what.
From the sea, right?
Come. Okay, that's what I want to know. Can you read it that way? Come.
Right, come. You can read it from the sea.
Come.
So, right? Now, Baba Kwasha. Break that down. What is that? What is Baba? What do you automatically think of when you hear Baba Kwasha? Please, right? What is it actually? Now, understand. This is why it's important to know your brothers. Right? Why am I saying that, Paratazar? Knowing your brothers will help you in Hebrew. Why am I saying that?
Knowing your brothers that will help you in Hebrew?
Knowing your brothers will help you in Hebrew. I don't have to know how to say I'm watching. I just got to know who my brothers are and those who labor amongst me. I serve under a man who is always watching. His name is Anya Shawamar. General Anya Shawamar. I am watching. Right? Knowing your brother and being like, yo, what's going on, brother? Like, I think your name means to break. Yeah, I'll always remember that. I got a brother whose name is Baratza, means to break. I got a brother, I know how to say, I'll never forget request. I'll never forget arrow. I'll never forget how to add. Somehow y'all all forget servant.
That's why I was raising my hand, because I was going to say that.
Right, I'll never forget. Everybody said.
I know who the servant, you know,
right.
I know who the servant.
So we're aware. Everybody says wolf wrong. It's not Zahab. That's gold. So we're clear. Zahab is wolf. A lot of people say also Zahab's name wrong. See, I just did it right now. Zahab is wolf. Zahab. Zahab is gold. But so we're clear. Your father picks your name. The men above you, meaning how your name is pronounced is up to the man who gave you the name, usually your parents. So if I want to spell, like for instance, there's a million CHR Christines. KR is my daughter's name. Basically like that. I want to spell your name different, so that's how I'm going to spell it. It still has the same meaning and connotation. It's Hazahab, but we spell it similar to gold. We spell it with a ha instead of a ah. Right? That is like, and we're not saying that for nothing. You find that with the 12 tribes. The 12 tribes names, what's initially written and what you find other times is not, a lot of times you'll see Ban Yaman, not Ban Yum Yum. You've seen that. John, one of the yads is dropped from Ban Yum Yum. Right? Now, why am I bringing this all out about brothers and their names? We have a brother in the New York school called Bakwash. Right? What does Bakwash mean? Anybody know? Bakwash is a verb, right? To ask. To ask. Right? It's a verb. Now, we understand that this is the quash, right? Salakia. This is the verb bakwash. This is the root. When you're dealing with Hebrew, always remember, like we always teach, look for the root word. Bakwash is the root word in baba kwasha. But you realize here, there's a subservient tense. Subservient, what they in the world call feminine. Right? So with that, you understand it's a word subservient. So when you put bakwasha, you get a noun meaning request. Well, actually, no, this is a verb. To request. Yeah, Khan.
Salakia, so, cause
Well, no, it's a noun. Khan.
Okay, because I'm looking at Bakusha. So now if we can I think about like the same way that I was thinking about the my yum, because the ba, can I use that as a preposition?
Right, the first ba.
Yeah, come.
So what would that be if you use that? If that first ba is a preposition, what is that?
It's like in request.
So then this, when you understand it completely, this is in, and this is request, and this is ask, right? So this is in. We know this changes because the I is at the end. Well, technically a ha is at the end. So this is request. So this becomes in request, meaning I'm asking, please. Baba Kosha technically translate, while we technically translate it as please, the technical translation is in request. And can I have some water? Give me water, please, in request. Right? Natanya Mayam Babakosha. Give me water in request. Now read verse 2 again, Micah.
Book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 2.
Right.
And many nations shall come and say, come, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob.
Of the God of Jacob, right? Keep going.
And he will teach us
Keep going.
Of his ways.
He will teach us his ways. How do you ask for water in Hebrew? He's going to teach us his ways. And I remember the first time I had this broken down to me, Captain Zayar broke it down. That's not happy. That's not happy. Like, take off the Christian idea that that's some happy. Yo, like the world's over. Jesus really came back and destroyed every government. Now most of the world's clean water is only in Jerusalem. A good portion of the earth's food supply has been destroyed. The niggers and spics are Slovakia. Blacks and Hispanics are the only ones with clean water. Right? You're going to have to serve me, and that's not going to be happily. But you know you can't do certain things with me. Like understand if everything goes to hell right now and what I just said happens. Everybody know they got a problem. Yo, what's called all the food on the earth is gone, but don't worry, somebody got food. Who got it? The Israelites. You know how many screw faces there are going to be that day? They'll give you food, it just won't be any pork. And then you come to them, please come dressed like the sex that you were born. If I see a man in a dress, you're going to starve. And I'm going to look at you in your face and tell you that. Okay? Don't, and if you're a heathen nation or some heathen that has a better power, don't be Kim Jong-un. We don't really care too much about how heathens run their stuff, but if you're a filthy, disgusting bastard which will starve his own race, yeah, I don't think I want to do too much business with you. Right? You will have to learn my ways. How I do things. What's it called? Like, I'm not doing business with someone who I'm against. Khan, what you gonna say?
A man in the alternative lifestyle.
Man in the alternative lifestyle, right? Yeah. Dress like a man. Right? If you would like food and shelter, dress like a man. I'm running this show now. Right? So that means your wet markets can't have pangolin and bat for sale. Because I'm running this show and I can't have my show be shut down because you want to eat rodents. Don't worry, I will feed you. I will gladly feed you. You don't have to eat bat. Okay? You don't have to eat dogs. I will gladly feed you. Just ask. Nathanya Babakosha. Fill in the blank. Tuwala. Just fill in the blank. Just ask me what you want and you'll get it. Just do what I tell you. Okay? Learn my ways. And that's why this class is important. Because here's the problem. How are we going to tell somebody to learn our ways when we don't know our ways? Who knows how to point in Hebrew? I bet y'all, a lot of y'all don't even know that. We do not point like this. This is not how you point in Hebrew. All right? Okay. Hopefully everybody got that. If you didn't, you can always go back and get the Slovakia replay. Now, Slovakia. We are going to get into the first main topic, which is numbers. Yeah, numbers. Okay. So first we're gonna start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1 is a cod. Like the captain of a Philly. A cod. Slovakia, I'm gonna just do these in ancient for today. Y'all, those that know me know I do not like Assyrian at all. Personally. Slovakia. Y'all already know what that was. Okay. Next. Okay, also, so we're aware. Just for this one, so we're aware. 1 only just. Time. Like so.
Can you just break that down for a cod? What you mean about 1 only so?
And just.
And just.
Okay, you speak Spanish, right? Solo.
Oh, okay.
Like solo is
solo.
Solo can be just, solo can be only, solo. 1. 1 me. Just me. Right? Shanya. Make that look better. Shanya. Shalash. Shalash. Arabai. 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 Funny, 4 is the first one with 4 letters. Kamash.
So, so you said Kamash?
Kamash. Why, you familiar with Kamshah, something like that?
Khan.
He recently changed it back. More than likely, it is Kamash.
Khan.
Kamash. It's been Kamash since like 90s. But the thing is, we were looking at it because Ishmael, you've ever heard the name Hamza? I don't know why, but like 5 is the name for them too. Hamza is 5. Kamsha, Salamu, Kamsha. You understand how it's broken down here? Like, say the connector was here, so the A here would drop, and then the A would come here. So,
yeah, that's what
Kamsha.
Yeah.
But they get it, but they say Hamsha. Because remember, a few of the letters are different. Like, you ever heard of the place Tehran in the Middle East? You'll sometimes hear reporters or people refer to it as Tehran. Kha. The Kha, you'll often find, is interchangeable with Ha, depending on who's using it and where it's being used. So it's technically, for right now, Kamash. 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 Right? This next one, Shah. Shah. No connector. Shasha. Shasha. 7. Shabbat. Salakia, text off school, let them know I'm teaching. I'm covering Hebrew. Shema. One out. Right? That is the longest one. So funny. What's so funny is upon learning how to count myself, I went and I wrote out 1 to 100. I'm not bringing that up because 80s was horrible. Like 80s took so long. Shalom, sis. 80s was horrible. So you got that. Let me get 9. 9. The shy. Okay, the shy. The shy. And 10. I shara. I shara. I shara. Right? Now, this is the root word for tithe. Ma'ashara is from 10 or 10%. You want to make something a percentage in Hebrew, you just put ma in front of it, like from or of. All right? So you have Ashara. This is 1 to 10, right? This is how you do 1 to 10. I'm going to show you how a few of the teens, and then I'm going to show you the teens, then I'm going to show you the tens place, then I'm going to show you the hundredth place. And once you know that, it's simple enough. You get this. Come on. Okay, you good. All right, so next we have 11. Akkad. I Shura. So now to write that, it'd be Akkad. Ashura. And now we're going to skip down to 14. Why did I say it weird like that? Rabbi Ashura. Right? So that would be Rabbi Ashura. Rabbi Ashura. 14. You get it now? 14. You got 4 and you got 10. You got 1 and you got 10. That's where that concept comes from. Khan, you got a question?
Oh, no, actually, you just answered it.
What?
What you just spoken about, you got the 4 and you got the 10.
Right.
That's all, it's simple.
That's where that comes from.
Come.
Next, 20 and then 30. We're going to do 20 and 30. Once I explain these two, you'll be able to do any 10s. Actually, so we're aware, this has 2. Well, Shania or Shalash. Yeah. So basically, long story short, you put a young at the end of the number, and that's how you turn it into its 10s equivalent, for lack of a better term. Like 40 is Arabayim, 50 is Kamashium, Shishayim, Shabayim, Shemawanayim. Okay, now, how do we do basic numbers? So we got this. Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shisha, Shabai, Shemawana, the Shai, Aishra. That's 1 to 10. Okay, then you have Akkad, Aishra, Shanya, Aishra, Shalash, Aishra, Arabai, Aishra. Right? Shucks. Hold on 1 second. Shalom, I don't want to load the verse. Okay, come. All right, come. All right, Salakia. Also, what you may find more common, Salakia, is Aishra Yum for like 10s, plural. Yeah, come. You'll see Shun Yum every once in a while. I've heard General Cabal bring it up. But Khan, you often see Aishra Yum. Aishra Yum. Aishra Yum, right? Okay, so now we have these. You understand the concept of counting teens. Now let's do the concept of Salakia, the concept of regular numbers. So we'll start. Hope y'all got all that. Salakia. Y'all can always go back. Salakia. Damn. Are you serious?
What happened, sir?
No.
It came apart?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good now. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna do a few numbers. So first one we're gonna do is simple. It's just, how would you break this down? How would you say this in Hebrew? Khan.
The shy, Ashara.
The shy Ashura. The shy Ashura. In Hebrew, the shy Ashura. Ashura. The shy Ashura. Now, a little harder one. You probably know this is coming. How do you say this in Hebrew? You know? How would you say that in English? About Khan?
Can you the way that I'm saying it is Shasha the shy
Shasha 6'9"?
the shy
What are you talking about snitches for? 6'9"?
6'9" young.
No. So you got it right, but so how would you say it? You said 6'9".
Young.
So how would you say it?
Salaki. So I'm gonna be Shasha the shy young.
No.
No.
Remember, what is young?
A plural. Like we're making
Right, makes plural. What are you trying to pluralize? What's a lot?
A lot is the 6.
So what should be pluralized?
The 6.
So how do you say it?
Shasha young. The shy.
69 is Shasha Yam the shy. So in Hebrew, Shasha Yam the shy. Oh, Salaki. Connector would go here. So Shasha Yam the shy. So altogether, the shy Aishara Shashayam the shy. 1969. The shy Aishara Shashayam the shy. Okay? That's how you would write that. What are we up to? 55, right? Next year will be the 55th?
Say again?
Next year will be the 55th annual, right?
Okay.
1 second. Concept. The shy. So wait, it would be 9,660? Okay, come. Got it. All right, so on to the next part. All right, okay, so this tomorrow we will be going into the end of the closing of the Feast of Tabernacles. We didn't get to open it because of in New York because of trouble with the weather. So Khan, we'll be closing it tomorrow here at headquarters. Khan. All right, so we're gonna go through the some of the words that we did last week. So let me get Leviticus 23.
Come.
23 and 1.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1.
So last week we covered a few words like the bar, which means to speak. And Amar, which means to say. Amar, which means to say. Right? Okay. Saying. So, Khan, keep going. For those that don't know how to say children of Israel, it is Ban Ya, Yashar Allah. Ban Ya Yashar Allah. Okay? In Hebrew, this is how you would write it. Banya, meaning children of. Oftentimes, with descriptive plurals, for lack of a better term, like obviously children is plural. Children, technically by itself, Banyam, is children. However, this is children of. Banya. Children of. When a word is used as a description, basically like of, the ma is dropped to let you know that these are two are connected. So Banya, Ya, Shar, Allah. Banya Shar Allah. Right? Banya, okay, Banya for children, Banyam, children of. All right.
So, like, I have a question.
Come.
I see I see the first word, the bar.
The bar, yeah.
So can you say, like, and speak? So can you say why the bar? Can you pronounce it that way?
Technically, what you'll see is why the bar.
Comic-Con, that's exactly.
And he spoke.
And he spoke. Oh, Comic-Con. So why the bar?
Why the bar, Yahweh al-Masha wa ha'aran. What I just said, and technically what I said out of my mouth is, and he spoke the Most High to Moses and Aaron. But what's translated is, and the Most High spoke to Moses and Aaron. In Hebrew, when you have a verb, usually the verb gives you a description of basically the whole word of half the phrase. Who is speaking, the amount of who is speaking, and who they're speaking to, basically the sex, and the amount of people they're speaking to can all be put inside the verb. Right? You wouldn't have to say much. Okay? Rest or Shabbat. And I have a theory about that. Shabbat, but I'm gonna wait till I get confirmation on that. Rest or Sabbath. Had some sister try to tell me, don't even realize Sabbath and rest are the same word in Hebrew. Sabbath means to rest, right? The Sabbath day, a day where you do no work therein, right? We broke down last time Malakah, Salakia. We broke down last time Malakah is basically a subservient of Malak, not to be confused with Malak. Malak is angel or messenger. Malak is king or ruler. Or to rule or to reign. The verb. Okay, we broke down last time. Malak is servant, work you do for another person. right? That's what that work is talking about. Servile work. Malaka ibada. Right? That's servile work. We're not going to bring that out because we have other things to get through. But now, with the day's feast or the feast, oh, we're going to go through those. Mawa'id. Mawa'id, right, is a feast. Mawa'id is feast. But understand, I broke this down last week. This is feast as far as time is concerned. I is time. This word right here means time. From time, my. Dealing with a time, right? A specific time, the feast. Then you have Kab, which is also translated as feast. But that's more so like the actual dinner.
Is that cog?
Cog. Right.
So that just the action. The action that you saying at the table in the meeting.
These are my feasts.
Come.
These are the times you get together.
Come.
And on the first day after the Passover, you shall have a feast. You understand now?
Come.
These are the times you get together. These are my feasts. And the day after the Passover, you shall have a feast. Chag Matzah, with Matzawa. That's feast of unleavened bread. It's not the time, it's the dinner. Notice, the thing you're eating is inside the verb, it's inside the phrase. Unleavened bread. Right? So Mawa'id is more so time. Chag is the dinner itself, the event itself, the actual feast, not the timing of a gathering for a feast. Technically speaking, Day of Atonement can be considered a feast. It is a time when we gather. It's just that all of the holidays, except for that one, involve food. So that the word basically just became correlated with feast, if that makes sense.
Come.
The food is like we supposed to be eating, right? The food that we supposed to be eating. Right?
Meaning, like, with many things, we're going to go over this with the word tabernacle. A tabernacle is, when you get down to it, it's just a dwelling place, a place to sit. Right? There's many different versions of that, though. And we're going to show that. So we have Chag and we have feast. There's a time that we get together, and there's a thing we do when we get together. In Hebrew, there are two different words so that you can differentiate. In English, they're translated both as the same word. And I bring this out, as I said, we're going to bring this out further because your fake Israelite group does not know the Bible. Your fake Israelite group had you go into Walmart and spend money on something that they don't even realize because they don't study is a waste of your goddamn money. If you went to Walmart and bought a tent and Dick's Sporting Goods, and well, Modell's is completely out of business, right? Modell's is completely gone, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Westchester company. It's out of business.
Yeah, you're gone. You're out. You wasted your money going and getting a tent out of Walmart. That was a waste of your money and time because you do not even realize a Succoth is not woven. A succoth is not woven. A succoth is not fabric. I'm going to prove that using 2 scriptures. And those 2 scriptures are going to show if you are in the woods right now, inside some goddamn tent, you are an idiot, along with whatever stupid leader you listen to. Okay? So now, as we see, there's a president. Multiple Hebrew words have different meanings when you take them back. Sometimes those meanings are arbitrary and meaningless. Sometimes those are a very big meaning. Because there's 2 words that are translated as tabernacle, mean 2 totally different things. And we're going to get into that. Now, we're going to get it. You have the definition of tabernacle?
That's the one that you wrote earlier?
Salaki, it should be right.
Here we go, yeah,
The
tabernacle.
definition, yeah, Google. Yeah. Do a screen share for that?
A screen share?
Yeah, come. Yeah, Bible Kashah. We're going to get the actual definition of the word tabernacle. What is a tabernacle? Okay? And then we're going to get in the Bible and show these people they don't know what they're talking about, what an actual tabernacle is, because there's different versions.
You want to pull up now, sir?
Oh, yeah, pull it up, Bible Kashah.
Come, split screen there.
Exodus 20.
Okay. I got it up, sir.
Okay. Read what you got.
Come. Tabernacle. In the political, that's like a biblical use, a fixed or movable habitation.
A fixed or movable habitation.
Come.
Keep going.
Typically of light construction.
Of light construction, meaning it was something that we could easily pick up and go on the move. Prior to David, the Ark of the Covenant and the tabernacle, our actual government, was movable. It would move from place to place to place, right? Until David eventually gave us a capital and Solomon eventually gave us a temple. Keep reading.
Come.
Give me the example.
Let me see.
Right.
A tent used.
A what?
A tent
A
used.
what?
A tent.
A what?
A tent.
Keep going.
Used as a sanctuary
Right.
for the Ark of the Covenant
Keep going.
by the Israelites during the Exodus and until the building of the temple.
Until as I just said, right? That's how we worshipped until the temple was built. The ark lived inside of a tent. Now, if you could go into the Blue Letter Bible, Blue Letter app, and screen share that if I could.
Let me see.
Let me get Exodus the 26th chapter.
Okay.
Exodus 26 and 1.
Exodus 26.
Yeah, come. And screen share when you get a chance.
Okay.
Brother, you got it or?
You want the with the Hebrew words, or you want?
Read it for now. Read it. Just read it.
Regularly? Oh,
Yeah, just read it.
This is, 26. Okay.
Yeah, come. Pull it up there so it'll be bigger. Exodus. You got it? I'm gonna have the brother read. You just pull it up right quick. Come. Read what you got.
Exodus chapter 26, verse 1. Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twined linen.
Thou shalt make what? Make the what?
The tabernacle.
The what?
The tabernacle.
Make the tabernacle, right? Keep going.
With 10 curtains.
26. No, with 10 curtains. Keep going.
Of fine twined linen.
Of what?
Fine twined linen.
Of what?
Fine twined linen.
Keep going.
And blue.
Right.
And blue.
And red. Keep going.
And purple.
Right.
And scarlet.
And scarlet. Right. Keep going.
With cherubims.
Right.
Of cunning work.
Right.
Shalt thou make them.
Right. Now, you got it? Now go into the blue. Oh, wait. It's like the blue letter is what I want to screen share. It's
Oh,
like,
you want the blue and color?
yeah, come. Share the blue letter right quick. Yeah, come. And let me get the, the screen share the blue letter. Yeah, come.
All right.
Okay. Now, read that from the top. This is Exodus 26 and 1.
Exodus chapter 26, verse 1. Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains.
With a tabernacle with 10 curtains. Curtains, right? Now, give me the interlinear for it. We go to tools, and we'll be right there.
Tools.
No, bottom. No. Slide it. On the what's called?
Oh, right here.
Yeah, come. In the linear, right? Now click on tabernacle. Go down. Machicon right above you. That. Yeah, come. No, on the side. The H part. Sorry. Right here.
Oh.
Got it. All right. Now read what you got. Right. Okay, hold up. What is this? What does it say tabernacle is? That word here. Hold up. Okay, so read what you got.
Come on.
So I got all this.
Outline of biblical usage. The word for tabernacle, dwelling place.
A dwelling place, right?
Tabernacle.
The word here being used here is ma-sha-kan, right? And that comes from another word, right? And this means dwelling place. And it comes from sha-kan, which is a verb which means to dwell. This is a noun based off that verb. From dwell, right? Ma-shakan. Shakan means to dwell. Ma-shakan means from dwelling, pertaining to dwelling, right? Dwelling place, to dwell. Okay? Now, come.
I think the fake Israelite groups do that is because they don't have no temple to go to. Back in the time.
Well, what do you mean, the ones today?
Yeah, they try to do it different. Like during biblical time, they didn't have the David had
Well, during David's time, they didn't have a temple either. As they said earlier, they didn't get a temple until his son built it.
So you think that the fake Israelite groups doing that because of that?
They're doing it because they are not in here and they don't know the Bible otherwise. Okay, so we understand that a tabernacle can be translated as mashakan or a dwelling place. But let's see, because that's just a bare word. A tabernacle is a dwelling place. You're going to build the dwelling place for the Ark of the Covenant. That's what this verse just broke down. That's the word that's used here, right? Now, Salakia. Let me get it. Salakia. Give me another one. Okay, hold on. Drop that. Give me verse.
You want it in the blue letter, sir?
Yes. Give me hold on. Salaki, give me 26 and 9.
Which book?
Huh?
You said
26 and 9, yeah, come, same
You
book.
said what? Oh, Exodus?
Yes.
The blue letter, okay.
Right? Now we're going to get another word that's broken down as tabernacle. And let me get the interlinear for it. If you could, read it.
Exodus chapter 26, verse 9. And thou shalt couple 5 curtains by themselves.
Curtain. Salakia, if I could, Baba Goshai, once you get that ready, get up, go on Google and Google the word curtain.
You want 26 and 9, sir?
Yeah, 26 and 9. Read what you got from the top.
Verse 9. And thou shalt couple 5 curtains by themselves.
Then get a curtain. Curtain definition. 5 curtains by themselves. Keep going.
And 6 curtains by themselves.
Right, keep going.
And shall double the 6th curtain in the forefront of the tabernacle.
Of the what?
Of the tabernacle.
Of the what?
Of the tabernacle.
Understand, this is not Mashakhan in that verse. We're going to show you in a second. But in this verse, the same chapter, different verse, this is a completely different word. Like I said, this is just a bare word that means dwelling place. A place where you live, basically. A place where you reside. Right? You got it? No, curtain. Just curtain. What you got?
Curtain. A piece of material suspend at the top to form a covering or screen. Typically, one of a pair at a window.
Keep going, more definitions.
Come.
No, you see the right? Right.
Oh, come. Let me see.
A screen.
Let me see.
A screen at the top.
A screen. So like a screen. A heavy cloth.
A screen of what?
Heavy cloth.
Of what?
Heavy cloth.
A screen of heavy cloth. Like, okay, so we're seeing that a tabernacle is a screen or heavy cloth. Because we see it's a curtain, right? We see that the Bible just called it a curtain, right? Okay, now go back to blue letter and you have that screenshot, right? Okay.
Yeah, it should be screenshot now. There you go. Let's screen. Get it bigger.
Yeah, kind. So now, let me get the word for tabernacle inside that one. Inside 26 and 9.
26 and 9.
Yeah, kind. Keep going. Go down. Keep going, because it's at the bottom. Tabernacle. Yeah, kind. Right? That word is a hall. A hall is tabernacle. Well, let me write it here. Tabernacle. For those that don't know, the English word tabernacle comes from this. Tavern. Taverns are also ancient hotels. It isn't what a tavern acted as a bar and bed and breakfast. That's what an ancient tavern is. It's a dwelling place. A tavern, right? Tabernacle, dwelling place. Well, a hall is another word that's used for tabernacle. However, it's more commonly used for tent. Now read verse 9 again. Read verse 1 again.
Chapter 26, verse 1. Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains.
With what?
With 10 curtains.
With what?
With 10 curtains.
Notice the definition you read for curtain was, you have it still? Come, pull it and read it again.
For tabernacle?
No, for curtain.
For curtain.
The definition for curtain.
Curtain, a sheer of heavy cloth.
A sheer of heavy cloth. Cloth, right? A tent. Look up the definition for tent. Make a note in the window and look up tent Bible Shaw. The definition for tent. What is a tent specifically? So we can get an understanding of what a hall is. Y'all might know this from the prayers. Ahalia Adawan, the tabernacles of Edom. Notice, like I said earlier, when it's a descriptive dealing with multiple, like Ahal, that would be Ahalia, but it's tabernacles of Edom. So the Maj drop. Like Banya Yashua. Khan, what's the definition of tent?
Definition of tent. Now, 10, let me see, a portable shelter made of cloth.
Of what?
Made of cloth.
Of what?
A portable shelter made of cloth.
Now, why am I breaking this down? Why is it important to know that a tent is a portable shelter made of cloth? Right? And y'all want to go out, y'all want to get tents, and y'all want to go in the woods. Why is it important? Why is it important to know that a tent is made out of cloth? And y'all want to take a tent, put it in the woods, and thinking you're keeping the Feast of Tabernacle. Now, I just showed you and explained using a whole nother example earlier. Hebrew words do not always mean the same thing when retranslated back. Tabernacle, there are 3 words for tabernacle. One is basic, any place you stay in. The other is a tent, which is traditionally made out of cloth. And now, let's get the final tabernacle. Let me get, hold on, let me get you one sexist. Leviticus 23, where'd I put the comma? Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. And let me start at verse 30. Let me get this in blue letter. I'll tell you when to start. 39. Start at Leviticus 23 and 39. And we are going to show you how stupid you are inside of these fake Israelite groups. I'm so sorry to say it. Now, we're clear. I'm going to put it. Made from cloth. Right? That's a tent. Right? This is a hall made from cloth. Right? You got it?
Leviticus 23 and 39.
Yeah.
Come.
Baba Kashad, the brother could read.
Always read.
Yeah, I'm going to have him read. You got it? Leviticus 23 and 39.
Verse 39. Also in the 15th day of the 7th month,
Right?
when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land,
Right.
ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days.
Right.
On the 1st day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath.
Right. Keep going.
Verse 40.
So this is the Feast of Tabernacles. Keep going.
And ye shall take you on the 1st day
Right.
the boughs of goodly trees.
The branches, basically. The boughs, the pieces of goodly trees. Right. Keep going.
Branches of palm trees.
Branches of palm trees. Right.
And the boughs of thick trees.
And the boughs of thick trees. Keep going.
And willows of the brook.
And willows of the brook. These are all trees. Notice, we're taking all of these trees, right? We're taking all of these trees, and then keep going.
And ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days.
Right. Keep going.
Verse 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year.
Right.
It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month.
Right.
42.
Keep going.
Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths.
Right. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths. Right. These are the booths. Succoth. Right? Or technically, Succoth. Succoth. Right? Plural. This is plural. The plural of Succoth. Right? Feast of Tabernacles. Right? So this is translated as tabernacle. But now please, parenthesize, if you could, look up that word in the blue letter. That word Succoth, it's the last word, it's booth.
Succoth.
Succoth, right. It's translated as tabernacle, but it's also translated as what? No, yeah, the blue letter. You just had it. Yeah, okay. That's 30, what? Which verse is that?
You want linear.
That was verse 42.
42, yeah, okay.
42.
At the bottom, booths.
Oh, there we go.
Read what it says.
Come. Outline of political usage.
Right.
Thicken, covert, or booth.
Or what?
Booth.
Keep going.
And then thicken.
Covering or booth. What you really want is this, the definition.
Oh, this one right here. Sorry.
Right.
Let me see. A cook. Succoth. Feminine. Of
55, 20.
8:55 to 0.
Okay, that's the verb, which means to cover. Right? Keep going.
A hut.
A what?
A hut.
A what?
A hut.
A what?
Hut.
What?
A hut.
A hut. Babu Gashah, hold on. Give me the definition of hut.
Come.
Right? Let's see what a hut is made out of. Let's see how a hut is made. You got 42, right? Babu Gashah might have you run back up to 40. Salakia, let me see if I can find that. You got it?
Come.
Read.
Hut. A small, simple, single-story house or shelter.
Keep going. Next.
Let me see here. You want the verb?
No,
Let me see.
just the nouns.
Come.
Let me see.
The noun. A noun. Hut. Plural or huts. Let me see.
That's the only definition they have.
Come.
Definition of a hut. Yeah, Con. Yeah, just click.
Come.
Wait, go up to the top. Keep going. Wait. Hold up. Salami, I'm doing okay, house or shelter. Hold up, let me try one more. An often small and temporary dwelling of simple construction, a simple shelter from the elements, used to mark a marching cadence. Oh, hut, like hut too. Alright, they're not giving me exactly what I want. Hold up. A small or humble dwelling of simple construction, especially one made of natural materials, as of logs or grass. A simple roof shelter, often with one or two sides left open, to furnish with a hut as temporary housing the left. To lodge or take shelter in a hut. Okay, now, at some point, I want you to screen share these. Share this, like, yeah, Tom. So, this and this. Mainly this one. This one's.
That's funny.
Yeah, this one kind of looks decent, like you could show this for a second, but this is mainly it. This is a Succoth.
What?
Yeah, these are what Succoths would look like.
You want me to share the entire cast?
Yeah, like show this whole thing. Like this is what a Succoth looks like. That's not what our enemies are doing. So if I may, we're breaking down this. Now, read 40 from the top. Come.
Yeah, in Brooklyn, when I was younger, right, these so-called Amalek people,
Right.
they had built something like that.
Yeah. Because they're smarter. Our oppressor is a little smarter than your fake Israelite group. Right? Come. Our oppressor is a little smarter than your fake Israelite group. Our oppressor knows what an actual Succoth is. These simpletons want to go in the woods with tents they got from Walmart. And you know what's so sad? If you can't make it to the woods, buy your tent and put it over your bed. I'm serious. That is the craziness that these people have you on. But read verse 40.
Verse 40. And ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook.
Right?
And ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days.
How will we rejoice before God? We are using those materials to make the huts. How do I know? When you break down the word, you find out it actually is just hut. The word means hut. That Succoth is Hebrew for hut. It is not Hebrew for tent, which is a dwelling place made out of cloth. God said, make a dwelling place made out of twigs. Twigs and leaves and bow trees. And you don't believe me? We're going to get that. Give me Nehemiah 8:4. Say what?
I remember that thing going up in Brooklyn.
Right.
I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, right.
Branches and stuff with the twigs. I'm like, wow. That's weird. You know
Chapter?
8 and 14.
Nehemiah 8:14.
Yes, this is Nehemiah 8 and 14. And this is the ultimate cut for any simpleton that thinks you have to go. You do not have to go in the woods to serve the Most High God, man. That is not what the Most High God wants you to do. The Most High God wants you to fix the nation, not look pretty in the goddamn woods saying, look, I love God because I bought a tent from Walmart and I used money with the slavery he gave me to make my way down to some campsite. So I love God. Okay.
Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 14. And they found written in the law, which the Lord had commanded by Moses, that
Right.
the children of Israel should dwell in booths in the feast of the 7th month.
This is talking about the Feast of Tabernacle. So what did they do when they saw this? Now, mind you, these are our brothers and sisters coming out of a captivity. They're going to say something, and this is going to be important. So why we do not do this. Keep going.
Verse 15. And that they should publish and proclaim in all their cities,
Right.
and in Jerusalem,
Right.
saying, Go forth unto the mount.
Go forth into the mount. Now, this is literally talking about a literal physical mountain. Keep going.
And fetch olive branches.
Fetch olive branches for what? We got to go to Walmart. Keep going.
And pine branches.
No, we got to go to Dick's Sporting Goods. Keep going.
And myrtle branches.
Keep going.
And palm branches.
All I'm hearing is twigs that we find in the woods. Keep going.
And branches of thick trees.
And branches of thick trees. They didn't say bring camping equipment. Notice that. They didn't even say get ready to spend 7 days in the woods. They just said get all these twigs and the trees together. Keep going.
To make booths.
To make what?
To make booths.
To make what?
To make booths.
To make what?
To make booths.
A hut made from nature. right? A succoth, or the tabernacle, which translated as tabernacle, is a hut that is traditionally made from nature, meaning twigs, leaves, branches. Salakia, if you could screen share that now. And just go down. Yeah, screen share it and go down. This is what an actual succoth looks like. This is what our oppressors, our enemies should be thinking about saying. But they don't actually know the Bible, and they would never actually do this. They just want the appearance of looking righteous. You know why? That takes time to do. That actually shows real commitment. You know what doesn't show real commitment? We all wear the same gay color. Real commitment is, I'm not even waiting for my Passover date, for the Passover date or the location. I'm already thinking about my outfit. You already know what your outfit's going to be because someone else is making it for you. That's how lazy you are inside there. You have no sense of what's called self inside that place. You just go with whatever's put in front of you. So we're Hebrew Israelites. Okay, so let's study the language. Don't do that. Don't study the language, because then you might realize you shouldn't be going to Walmart for a tent. Then you might realize Jesus actually does have a name. Because some idiots try to say, God don't got a name. The Bible says, I have a name no man knows. Name in Hebrew means title. I have a title no man knows. Nobody referred to that man as king except for the 12 disciples and people who did it fleetingly. That's what that means. That's not. His mama called him no name from the minute he came out of her. I could have swore the angel specifically told Joseph, you name that baby, he shall save, which in Hebrew is Yahushua. So, yeah, he has no name. You don't know the Bible. That's why you spent $300 in Walmart for no reason. Keep reading what you got. And I'm going to show you how stupid you are. You shouldn't even be in the woods anyway. Keep going.
As it is written. Verse 16. So the people went forth and brought them and made themselves booths, everyone upon the roof of his house. And
now what?
Upon the roof of his house.
No! We all got together in the woods.
Upon the roof of his house.
See how stupid you look? Upon the roof of his house. Keep going.
And in their courts.
Now that's probably why you think you could do it in your bed while you're sleeping in a tent. Y'all very stupid. Right. Keep going.
And in the courts of the house of God.
Keep going.
And in the street of the water gate.
Keep going.
And in the street of the gate of Ephraim.
Keep going.
Verse 17. And all the congregation of them that were come again out of the captivity made booths.
Right.
And sat under the booths.
Now notice it's saying these are people that came out of the captivity. Right? This is talking about those who came after the Babylonians were destroyed by the Persians. Keep going.
For since the days of Jeshua.
What?
For since the days of Jeshua.
Well, what does it actually say? It says yeah. That's Joshua. Keep going.
The son of Nun.
Keep going.
Unto the day had not the children of Israel done so.
Read that again.
The son of Nun.
No. Read that from the top. For since
the days of Joshua,
right,
the son of Nun, unto that day, had not the children of Israel done so.
What does that mean, brother? I'm going to give you a sec. What do you think that means? The children of Israel, since Joshua, had not done so. What do you think that means? I'm sitting here telling you. Now notice, when did Joshua live? Do you know, brother? Joshua preceded Moses. Okay, Khan, Paratza.
During Moses' time, he took over after Moses.
Right. So he lived shortly after captivity. Right? So it's saying from Joshua, which is the person who got us in our land after Egyptian captivity, to Nehemiah, which is the brother who got us in our land after Babylonian captivity, this hadn't been done. So what does that mean? Brother, you know who Samson is, right? Well, let's not use him because he kind of fell off. You know who Gideon is? Gideon's one of the judges in the Bible. You know who King David is? You know who Solomon is? You know who's another famous cat from that time? Samuel, the prophet, the boy prophet. Nathan, David's seer. Who's another one from that time period? Oh, hey, this is Nehemiah. So Jeremiah's dead already. Isaiah's dead already. Ezekiel's dead already. These are men that have come and gone. And according to this scripture in Nehemiah, none of them have ever done this. From Joshua to this day, the children of Israel did not so. I'm paraphrasing. That means anybody in between Joshua and Nehemiah never did that. The feast was celebrated. They never went and got tent and did all that. You know why? Because they understood that portion of it is specifically for leaving captivity. Once we're in our land, we have no reason to remember that. These cats are simple. They don't know the Bible. That's right there. The Bible tells you right there, plain as day, we do not do this. Right? That is how things work over here. Right? Okay? And that's pretty much it. So, just so you know, you cannot dwell in booths. No, you do not have to go inside of a tent for this whole week. If you're fake, let me help y'all. Let me help y'all. How much have you had to pay to come to the feast days? Not Passover and all that. Like Feast of Tabernacle, any feast days that we have to come to the school. You've been in the school almost as long as I have, sis. How much of that you have to pay to come? None, right? Have you ever had to pay? You just come. You should be nice enough to bring a soda or something, as the scriptures say, don't come empty-handed. But does anybody ever say, you didn't pay so you can't come through the doors? Paratza, have you ever heard of anything like that happening in school?
No.
You have to pay to come to a feast day?
No.
Yeah. That's why. That's why you got to go into the woods. You got to pay to go to those woods. You got to pay to go into public camp spaces. Let me explain something to you. We're in the body of Christ. You're in a scam that got a nursing student killed. You're in a scam that is led by a man who sat there basically on camera and said, I don't care that my second in command completely swindled a football player and his wife. If that's not a problem for you, by all means, let those brothers help you give all your money to Walmart and the campsite and whatever else you got to pay to go in that little campsite and help out with their agenda. Us over here, we're going to build up the men of the Lord. We're going to build up our cities. Right? We don't have time to sit. We are in captivity. Understand, we're in captivity. What time do we have to do this? We have better things to do than to get together and take some twigs and be like, see, we love God. What service does that really bring us in doing that? Here's a service like I broke down last weekend with the Day of Atonement. It shows discipline. It teaches discipline individually, and it teaches those around us they can have that same discipline. That's the purpose of Christ.
Right.
The purpose of Christ isn't that it gets lost because Christians think he's some magical baby. Is that here's the truth of Christ. Christ saw a horse, and just like you and I have the same thoughts about seeing a whore, Christ had the same thoughts. You know what he did? Ignored them. Christ walked through the streets, and maybe I was in the world once. I come from a very red lobster loving family. Every once in a while, shrimp scampi. No! And I go on about my business. Christ had the same urge. But you know what? He said the same thing I did. No! And went on about his business. That's what it's about. That's what the Day of Atonement is about. The Day of Atonement is about showing our people that they can do it too. That they can have the strength that you have. And in going out in the woods after you go to Walmart so you can show yourself holier than thou is not doing that. Forcing your way and kicking your way into churches and harassing parishioners is not showing them the way to Christ. It's not showing them they take Christ's methodologies without understanding. That was allowed. The temple was a public place, like the street corners almost. Christ was not forcing his way into a private gathering. The temple was a place any Jew could, so long as they weren't causing a ruckus, could go to. I'm a teacher. I have my own beliefs and ideals. Give me 5 minutes to say what I got to say. No sweat. We let anybody do that. So on and so forth, so on and so forth, so on and so forth. Y'all mad, and now y'all want to kick me out. Before y'all do that, I'm out of here. Y'all force y'all way into places. Yeah, y'all doing it all wrong. That's why you get your behind whipped outside the church. I'm sorry. Con.
Oh, Succoth, so we have a question that just came in.
Con, what's good? What's the question?
Arnold. She said, do Hebrew words have more than one meaning, sir?
Okay, now here's what I'll explain. Yes and no. Hebrew words can have more than one meaning, but what you need to really do, don't look at it necessarily as one meaning. Think of it more so as spirit. What do I mean by that? How we say things, how things are structured, and how things are translated may not necessarily make sense. Or how we would interpret it. But for instance, clothes is also deceive or treachery. Why? Clothes. With clothes, you don't see what's under the clothes. Deceiver also comes from breast. 5 reasons why that is. Right? What does the scripture say? Paraphrasing, don't trust a woman's beauty. Deceiver and breast are connected. The Hebrew word for deceiver is derived from the Hebrew word for breast. Why? And you looking at those too long, you will be deceived dealing with the right woman. It's the spirit of it. So it's not necessarily that they have necessarily different meanings. It's just Shanya, somehow, I'm not exactly sure how it fits in. Shana is year. That comes from Shanya, which means 2. Probably because there's 2 portions in the year, or 2. Technically speaking, according to our oppressor, I'll say Jerusalem specifically, because that's, I think, what they were classifying. Jerusalem only has 2 seasons. Jerusalem has rainy and sunny. And your premise is one thing during sunny. It will not rain. Jerusalem's the skin cancer capital of the world. Give the Most High a hand. You know why? Because people that don't belong there are living there. I'll do the research. I'm pretty sure PR has similar temperatures. Y'all don't have a skin cancer problem. Here's the thing, though. Y'all have about half as much light-skinned people, though. See the problem there? Not many light-skinned Puerto Ricans and Dominicans there are. Y'all don't have a skin cancer problem like they do in Israel. But our ancestors belong in this land. Tell that to the son. You gonna say something?
Yeah. On my street corner, I saw the Jewish people,
Right.
and they had a mobile Succoth, and it was a U-Haul truck with an open back U-Haul truck and twigs looking like a hut. Is a mobile Succoth
A thing? What you gonna say, P? I'll answer you in a second.
Okay, oh, no, Salaki, so
You got a question?
also say, may you write, write big, may you write bigger, place.
Please.
She said, she put down, places.
Oh, bigger place. Explain what you mean. I'll give you a few seconds.
Yeah, really got 5 minutes.
Okay, Con. Your question was, is that a normal thing?
I've never seen that before. It's literally looking
The
like a
Jewish
pickup
man
truck.
is a simpleton. The Jewish man, here's the perfect scripture. You're familiar with how, Con?
No, she meant, dwelling
Oh,
place.
yeah, dwelling
I
place.
think it's, where we have Mashakan.
Masha Khan, she wanted me to write it bigger?
Come.
All right, Khan. All right, I'll write a little bigger for you, Salakia. So now, as you were saying, the Jewish man, are you familiar with the first group to do what the Jewish man does, or not? Along with the story short, when the Northern Kingdom, or what's known as Hispanics, right, I use it for differentiation purposes, but the school does not like the term Northern Kingdom. There's only one kingdom. We are one family now again, right? 1, 2, 6 become one. When the Hispanics split, eventually the Most High sent Africans, the Assyrians, to dispossess them. The Assyrians had basically free land and let their subjects or whatever live on that land. However, God is a parent who just kicked out his kids. That doesn't mean you get free reign, and that now he moved in renters. That does not mean you get to go into my refrigerator like my children did. Lions started killing them, so they had to go back to the king of Assyria. Can you please help us? The God of this land is killing us because we cannot worship him. So they sent back a few of the Hispanics to teach them our ways. The Africans that they taught basically said, yeah, that's mad work. No pork, no shrimp, crab, lobster, we get it. But our old God used to allow us to have threesomes, so that'll happen. But what we're going to say, no. He used to allow us to have sex with little boys. So what we're going to say, how does the Jewish man do it? No, what is it? How does the Jewish man do it? You can have sex, you can't have sex with a grown man.
Can't say that.
What?
Violating little children.
Oh, very
Or
good.
like, you know what I'm saying, things like that. Yeah, that's what you have to say. Like violating little children.
Okay, yeah.
Bad deeds to little children.
Yeah, TikTok, your word that begins with P and a U. Okay, yeah. The Jewish man believes in violating children. Okay? So our God believes in that, so we're going to continue to do that. The Jewish man's no different than those Africans back then. That's why when you see, historically, Jews did not like Samaritans during the time of Christ, because those Samaritans are not Hispanics, or Samaritans you'll read about in the scriptures during the split. Those are Africans calling themselves Hispanic. Imagine some dirty Senegalese cat is going around saying, I'm Puerto Rican, try my arroz con pollos. And mind you, imagine Jake in New York, with the beef we have with Puerto Ricans, the love-hate relationship we have with Puerto Ricans, which existed even back then. I don't like them niggas for anything, but you're not going to give me fufu and say it's arroz con pollos. Fufu is a traditional African dish. It's like a white thing that they put in doo-doo soup. Sis, you've seen fufu in the soup, right? Yeah, it looked like doo-doo. Yeah, Hamites are not, what's it called? She has a question, I'm getting this for her now.
lot, sir, but I just wanted to go to it because right now that's what the European man is doing with Chipotle. Like, you know what I'm saying? We cook Spanish food, try our Spanish
Oh,
food.
forget about it.
Chipotle.
And everybody like that.
Shkan to dwell. Right. And that's basically it. So now we broke down a lot. We got the numbers. We did a quick overview of Leviticus 23, words that you will need to know and remember. I was going to do a little more of it, but I said I gave you a decent review last week, so I said it wasn't necessary. Con, what were you going to say?
Oh, well, so like she just posted. I don't. So Sister Olivia Arnold, do you mean this the Hebrew word for please? Because she just put down please. So
May you write bigger, please. Con.
Oh,
so yeah, Con, that's what she meant. May you write bigger, please.
all right.
So a hall, tabernacle. I'm sorry, we about to end off, sis, but if anything, I don't know. I think I might have this on Facebook. If you follow me on Facebook, what's called, I'm gonna post a lot of these up. Matter of fact, I'll probably leave this up and put this on Facebook so that brothers and sisters can know because this is a big thing. But basically, so we're clear. What do we cover today? What's called? What is a tabernacle? A tabernacle is at base a dwelling place. There are 3 words that are used for tabernacle. The basic word, dwelling place, which can be used for tabernacle, which comes from shakan, which is the verb to dwell. Okay, the traditional word is for tabernacle is a tent, right? A tent or a hall or a tabernacle. It is a cloth made from cloth. Right? You go back to Exodus, the 26th chapter, where the tabernacle or the instructions on making the tabernacle are made. It tells you it is made with curtains. You look up what a curtain is, those are cloths. Very simple. It's very easy to do. It took me an hour, less than an hour, to create this class. Let me tell you a secret. Half of this school has more pedigree than your fake leader. I know how many years your fake leader was inside the actual truth. Some of y'all are listening to troopers. A trooper's not doing this. And then the final word, which y'all should be doing since y'all want to go into the woods with electricity and bug spray. And cell phones. I mean, I guess that's what God wanted us to do. God wanted us to have regular, modern experiences when we go out into the camping experience. Yeah, like I hear they have concerts up there. I'm gonna just. It's to remember us leaving Egypt. You know that time that is nothing but Moses being annoyed to the point where he didn't even make the kingdom of heaven because niggas kept complaining about everything. We have all the free bread we want. There's no meat. You left us out. Wait. We literally sat there and watched the American government fall. And now we might actually have to sit here and actually fight the Russians with him behind us. You let us out here to die. What was another complaint? Yo, we have no water to drink. Y'all going out into the woods with modern amenities. Y'all don't truly understand what it means to remember when he made them to dwell in booths. We got kicked out of our homes, our luxury. Niggas full on said, I would have rather lived in a place where we had restaurants. Yeah, maybe I would have been told I made an N-word or an S-word, get out of my restaurant. Maybe I would have been harassed in the restaurant. All right? Maybe I would have got bad service, but at least there would have been a restaurant. right? Now, I am literally in the desert. No idea what to do. Y'all have a concert. Y'all not truly doing the spirit of this day. We live in, some of us live in tents. Like literally live in tents. Go to San Francisco. They celebrate the feast every day. So you mean, if an Israelite is living in San Francisco and it's messed up, is he keeping the feast better than you? Is he keeping the feast at all? Or is he just living his life? See how stupid you sound? This is why it can't be done in captivity. There's some of us that already live in tents. You see the problem there? That's why it's traditionally done out of captivity, because that's when you'd have to remember. And why isn't it done as a what's it called thing? Because it's over. We've done it. We dwell in the booths, and now we remember it every year. We did this thing. Right? With that, I pass the class over to Police Officer Perazza.
Clap it up. ISUBK security announcements. We are the ISUBK. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it.
Right.
After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6-month period in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry.
Right.
Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation is the closing of the Feast of Tabernacles.
Right.
This Saturday.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night starts at 7 o'clock. Announce the whole comment. Reminder Akim. Okay. Blah blah. In the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. And with that, you're going to get a one courtesy salute. Really? Men of Israel, Amajum, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to go give one courtesy salute to the men of Israel. Salakia. Men of Israel, Amaj Shabbat, Amajum, Barak, Yah Bashim, Yah Sharakatham. Yah Matah. So, return to the sister. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sister. Sister Amajum, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Amaj Shabbat, Amajum, Barak, Yah Shemaratham, Bashim, Yah Shah. Yah Matah. Class dismissed.